Mic lock. Mic lock. Finish recording. 0, 1. Finish mic lock.
Hello guys, I'm just sitting outside for a few minutes getting some sunlight because I was told by the doctor weeks ago that I'm not getting enough sunlight. It's a bit hard to know that when I can't see. So, I can't feel the sun out very much at the moment. Only a little bit. It's a bit warm out, but it's summer. So I don't know if it's cloudy or what. It probably could be, but it feels a bit overcast, so then I don't know if I'm technically getting enough sunlight or not. But the doctor said unless it's raining an awful lot, I can sit outside and officially get enough sunlight for vitamin D intake. So apparently if the sun UV index is 7 or above, I can stay out for 10 minutes a day without getting sunburnt, and if I want to stay out longer I have to put sunscreen on. Well, that's fine, I'll do that. And if it's below 7, then I can stay out for like 20 minutes to maybe half an hour maximum. So that's fine. At least I know if I'm outside for more than 15 minutes to put sunscreen on to stop me from getting melanoma from the UV radiation. So yeah, at least I know all of that shit now, and I'll be getting a skin check next October. I'll be getting a skin check done every year, and I also have to get my stomach checked every year as well. The doctor has to check symptoms and then decide every year what stomach exam needs to be done, if it's just a fact check and then I can leave, or if I have to go to the hospital and get an exam done. At least that gets checked every year. And now every single time I go to the doctors, every couple of weeks, I get reviews done with everything. So then next year I'll have a massive review done with everything going on in the past 2 years, and hopefully condense down about 15 different appointments over the past year eventually into 1 or 2 appointments per year, where I have about 5 or 6 different things reviewed in each appointment. So by probably next year maybe, I should be going to the doctor every 6 months instead of every 3 months. Currently I'm going every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Hey, And now I have to wear shoes when I'm outside to stop allergic reactions from my feet touching the ground. There's still a chance that allergies can be carried up from the ground allergen things, around my shoes. Something can touch my ankle and cause a reaction, but at least with sandals on, I'm not walking directly in dust and shit and getting it all over my feet, and then that reaction would spread from there up over my body like a ghost, like a red man syndrome. So at least there's less of an allergy risk with shoes on. It's still there, but it's less of a risk, and it will probably come on, but not as sudden, not as drastic, when I'm not touching my feet in dust and crap. So as it stands, I have to see the doctor every 2 or 3 weeks until he decides I'm okay. And I have to see how I go after my next blood test in February. I'll let you guys know how I go. I've got hot water in the microwave that I've just boiled, so I'm going to make a cup of coffee in a second. For lunch, I've decided I'm having, because I had toast overnight because I was so starving hungry. So I had 2 bits of toast with baked beans on because I had to eat those baked beans when they're in a container. They have to be eaten within 2 days, so I did that. Today would have been day 2, and tonight, if I literally had not have eaten the baked beans until tonight, I would have had to chuck them in the bin by about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight when I go to eat dinner. I would have literally had to chuck them out and open a new tin of baked beans. So, because I ate them overnight, it was still within the safe zone for food, for perishable food items to be kept in the fridge for a certain period of time. No more than 2 days, I think. I was still within that safe range where I could eat it without it making me sick, without causing food poisoning and stuff. So it was lucky I didn't decide to have it for dinner tonight at, say, 6, because I would have had to throw the container away and open up a new tin and get a new container. Because from what I understand of disposable containers, and they're like the plastic ones that you can put in the microwave for a few minutes, but then you have to chuck it in the bin. But if you put food in a container and decide not to use the microwave, then you can literally serve the food and then wash the container straight away. But once the food becomes toxic, where you'd get sick eating it and stuff, if you then wash that container out, there are still, like once you wash the container out, it's still because of the food going bad in the container, you have to throw the container away, because when you try and wash it, you're still leaving germs behind. But if you wash a container after serving food that you can still eat without getting, poisoned, then you can wash the container immediately, and it'll be okay to reuse a few times before you throw it in the bin. And if you put it in the microwave to heat up your food once, then it has to be chucked out, because you can't reuse plastic once you've heated it up, unless it's that special heavy duty BPA free plastic that you can use over and over again.
Mic trigger, card fader, mic lock, button. Mic lock, mic lock, mic trigger, card, mic finish 8:46, finish 8:47, finish recording.
Okay, I'm back. I've just had to sit outside for a few minutes to get some sunlight. I came out. So, I had a good sleep in till 10 o'clock today. I hate it when I'm speaking and I start coughing. God, bloody damn it. I'm going to have a latte coffee today. Latte. Clean up here because I spilt something. I know when I've spilt something straight away now. I can tell. I can just sense that I spilt something. Just sense it. And I figured out a way to do toast, dippy toast with caramel. You make the toast and then you press the bread, you know, the toasted bread that you cut into little bits, flat into the caramel, then you scoop it up. That's how you get mobs of caramel on your toasted bread pieces. Yum, yum, yum. Homemade dippy toast. Yum. Okay, what the fuck? Something stuck in this cloth here. What the fuck? Oh, I'm so tired today. So, I'm having a lazy day besides a bit of a social time soon when my neighbour wakes up. And, yeah. Tonight I'm going to take one of my sleeping tablets instead of two of them. I'm just going to take one. Because that way I'm not getting too much. Damn it. Too much of what's in it, and it'll be right. I like these milks. They don't cause food poisoning. They don't cause food poisoning. I like a lot of milk. A lot of milk is good. I love milk in my coffee. I also like having a clean stove area to work with, so I always clean up milk every time I spill the bloody shit. Otherwise, it gets really sticky and it's hard to clean up when it dries. It's hard to clean. You've got to clean it while it's still wet, because when it dries up, it goes sticky and it's honestly a pain to clean up. Bloody pain. Excuse me. So, when I've had my coffee and a bit of a chat, I will upload that video, and then I'll do another one with me playing Duolingo. I've had to delete all my language courses that I was doing because I gave up on it for like 3 months, and the German course was updated, the Italian course was not updated, so I'm still going strong with the Italian course, just not as good with the German course because I'm really crap at German, but I'm okay with Italian, and I'm a little bit okay with Japanese, so I'll probably ace the German, Italian and Japanese courses, and then after that I'll do Chinese, I'll do something, because I'm finding if I have to do too many languages all at once, like 16 was a lot of languages. So now I'm thinking maybe I just need to do 2 or 3 languages at a time. So German, Italian and Japanese, then Chinese, Spanish and French maybe. Because I'm doing, then I do 3 languages at a time. And instead of having 16 languages to work through, I can just do 3 of them until I ace those courses, and keep working my way through them until I've had enough, pretty much. It's a hot day outside, but I had to get a little bit of sunlight, and I am doing healthier than I did 2 weeks ago. I'm doing a lot better than I did a month ago, so that should say something. I'm waiting for someone to turn up tomorrow. The electrician is going to fix my bathroom fan, which needs replacing, and my next door neighbour's bathroom fan, which definitely needs replacing. There's fear that my fan is going to collapse at some point and cause injury or death. Excuse me. If I happen to be in there at the time. If I'm not in the bathroom, it'll just make an awful loud noise, and I won't be able to go in there until it's fixed in a way that I can go in there until it's properly replaced. But I texted the landlord on Friday and said to him that instead of waiting for me to get sick or injured, or for something to go wrong when I'm not at home, if any accidents occur, that I then discover, can you please just fix the issue to stop an avoidable problem? It can be avoided, so please just fix it. And he went, yep, okay, whoops. Right, I see your logic. And I went, I hope so, because I'm very frightened, and I am sick of living at the hospital, and I'm sick of doctors and nurses. I just want my regular routines now while I'm doing well. I don't want it to change for me to progress backwards with my healthcare things. Just please fix any safety issues so that I can stay home for a long time. Yep, okay. And I'm going, yay! Good, because now it's going to be sorted. It's going to be bloody sorted. I said, why wait for an issue to occur when you know it's likely to happen now, and you can just fix it, and I'll never have to put up with any safety issues that aren't going to occur if you just say, okay, this fan's dangerous, let's replace it. If you replace something before an accident happens, it ain't likely to happen, is it? So it's getting sorted now. I am actually sick of doctors and nurses. I'm okay with my regular routines with them, but I don't want my healthcare to progress backwards over some bullshit accident that started out unexpectedly with the neighbour. We didn't know this was going to occur, but I have the same type of fan in my bathroom as the lady has in her bathroom, so the same incident is likely to occur with my fan and possibly some other fans in the block. So our landlord is now fixing up these two fans immediately because they're a safety risk, and the other two fans will be fixed eventually, but they are going to be fixed soon, just not straight up yet, as far as I know. So I guess I'll have to write an email in the morning to say, hey, I'll be at the doctor's, I'll be home at 12. I hope I'll be here at 12 tomorrow because I don't want to go back to the hospital and I don't want to be living at the doctor's all day. Don't want to do that. I like people to be very punctual, but obviously that doesn't happen much. And then I have to rectify a situation with a support worker, which I didn't realise was the case. Hoops. It'll be getting sorted tomorrow. Then I'll come home and have a good rest. And actually, I've got a lot of Duolingo to catch up on with my German course because I had to delete it last week. Had to delete the course and redo it because it assumed that I'd completed all these different modules, which I didn't. I didn't complete half the sections it reckons I did. I didn't deliberately unlock Unit 5 at all. And when I was doing where I thought I left off, I was hardly understanding any of it. And I thought, oh, Jesus, you know, what's going on? I didn't understand half of it. So I had to scrap it and start from scratch again. Like, fully start from scratch. Review everything. And now I'm up to the Basics 2 section. Which previously, before the update a month ago, there was no plurals or anything. There was no instances of different ways of using the word the or different ways of using the word have or anything like that. And now we're getting into this sort of crap earlier in the course, and there's a German bloke who works at these units on Monday and Wednesday. He was a bit confused as to why I wasn't keeping up with what he was saying, and I'm like, well, don't go after me, complain about the course structure because I'm not learning properly. And he went, oh, okay. After I showed him my iPad, he went, oh, that's a bit wrong. And I went, well, I paid for this subscription and it's a pretty good game. It's just that the lessons are a bit stuffed, because I showed him the Italian course and the Japanese course. They're set up quite well, but the German course was just set up wrong. So it got fixed. It got all fixed, and now I'm learning properly. Yay! So next Wednesday I'll be able to speak a little bit to the maintenance guy in his native language and see what he reckons. He'll be like, not a great improvement from last time, but better than before. And I'll be like, yay, that's good news. That means I'm improving. That means I'm getting there. Yay! And then he'll say, oh, you have to do a bit more of the course. And I'll say, at least I'm learning the bloody language properly because they fixed it. And then I'll show him the iPad and he'll be like, oh, yay, they've actually fixed it. Yes! Yay! So, yeah. Yep, all sorted.
Speech on empty card fader. Mic trigger. 26. Finish 20. 26. Finish. Mic lock. Button. Mic trigger. Mic trigger. Button.
Okay, I'm back.
Doc. Mail. 61 unready. Duolingo.
I'm going to open Duolingo.
Duolingo.
I'm using my
Course tab.
braille
Learning
display.
Italian. Course tab. Button.
I'm in the Italian course at the moment.
Image. Duolingo completed a 200. No thanks. Button.
Nope.
Course tab. Learning Italian. Button. Crown. Street tab. Hearts. Gems tab. Unit 1.
I'm going to go back to the German course.
Course tab. Learning Italian. Italian. German. Selected. German.
Okay.
Course tab. Learning German.
Right.
Greetings. Basic. Family. Basics 2.
Basics 2.
Details. You're on level 1. There are 6 levels in this skill.
So I'm on level 1,
There are
lesson 1.
Button. Tips. Button. Start plus 10 XP.
Now,
Button.
last night I read the tips, so
Tips. Button.
I will let you hear them so that you know what's... Hang on, let me turn the
Headings.
speaking rate down.
Words. Characters. Word. Heading. Speaking rate. 70%. 45. 50%.
Okay.
Heading. Words. Skip. Tips.
I'll let you
Button.
hear the tips so that you know what's going on.
Tip. Close. Button. Speed.
So it says, pets, I'm reading with my braille display. In English, there's a saying that a dog is a man's best friend, but in Germany, cats are by far more popular than dogs. Seeing spots? Don't worry, it's not you. German vowels sometimes have 2 dots above them called umlauts. They change the vowels pronunciation. And now we've got a button that I have to double tap it. I'm using my braille display so I can single tap it. So it says air. Bear, as in rare. So air, bear, as in rare. Another button. As in schön. The is made by an O umlaut in German actually. Say E, but with O-shaped lips. So that sounds like a bit more like gender. Excuse me, read it again. A bit more gender. Remember how you say mein Vater, but meine Mutter? Well, mine isn't the only word that changes form. There's another speaker.
Die Frau, der Mann.
Die Frau, der Mann. The woman, the man. The word der also changes depending on the gender of the word it's paired with. If it's masculine, it's der. If it's feminine, it's die. Hello, Miss Cat. It's not just words for people that have gender. All words do. For example, words like Bär and Hund are masculine, while Eule and Katze are feminine. There's another speaker.
Der Hund und die Katze.
Der Hund und die Katze. The dog and the cat. So how do you know if a word is feminine or masculine? Unfortunately, it's not always logical. It's just something you'll have to learn. So when you're learning German words, don't just memorize Bär or Katze. Instead, memorize the whole phrase, der Bär or die Katze. And now I've got to start the lesson. So it's loading. Quit. Now, for everybody's sake of not getting too bored, I'm choosing to do the German course, so I'm not going to show you every single part of the course on here today. My idea is to show you how gamified Duolingo is, but I also want to show you how much fun I'm having doing the German course now that's been updated properly. So there's a quit button, it's at 0%. Tap the matching pairs, so I go I, Frau, no is no, brought, woman, nein.
Nein.
9 equals no. So I'd single tap on, with the braille display, press the I. Then I have to find the word ich.
Ich.
Now I'm going to find the word Frau.
Frau.
Frau. Excuse me, my throat for German is not very nice. Sorry guys, I am very crappy with German, excuse me. So Frau equals woman, Brot
Brot.
equals bread, milk,
Milch.
not milk is milk. I mispronounced milk. I mispronounced it. So what do you hear?
E.
I think it's I-E as in E as in D.
E.
E, yep. Then I press enter, which is the right. With my braille display, it's from the left is, it's the left hand key again. It's .7 or kind of like caps lock in braille, but it's also, what is it? Can't remember. Then it's .1, 2, 3, then spacebar, 4, 5, 6, enter. So yeah. Then I've got another matching pair puzzle, so just let me do that.
Mann. Tschüss. Sohn.
Sohn is son. So I have to find the word son in English. The word boy in English is Junge in German.
Junge.
Junge. The word coffee is Kaffee.
Kaffee.
Well, Italians say caffè. Germans say Kaffee.
Der
So
Junge
it's-
ist groß.
Okay. That translates to the boy is tall. So I'm going to double tap all of these English words. So that. For double tapping on the iPad or iPhone with with iPad and iPhone, using the Braille display, it's single tapping. The boy, so with the router button I can single tap it. The boy is tall, enter. Then it says nice. There's a discussion, but I don't want to go to the discussion. It's just a whole list of comments. There's another matching pair saying on boy. I'm going to tap on coffee, which is Kaffee.
Kaffee.
Coffee. Woman equals in German is Frau.
Frau.
Frau. Water in German
Wasser.
is Wasser. No is Nein.
Nein.
Junge is boy.
Junge.
Okay.
Ahne.
Arne is A-H-N-E, so Arne.
Ahne.
Yep.
Der Junge ist nett.
Now I have to speak this, so I have to double tap the record button and say, Der Junge ist nett. So I'm going to do it now. Der Junge ist nett. Okay, that means I've done it right. Then I can double tap continue.
Der Mann ist nett.
Well, no, not double tap with the Braille display. Single tapping. Single tap. Tap what you hear. So I have to... I keep saying double tap because of the iPad. With my Braille display, I don't have to double tap anything. I can just press the button and release it once. There's a whole row of 40 cell router buttons above each Braille cell on the Braille display. So I'm going to... Where it says BTN, it means button. I have to press one of the three router buttons above, as in one of the three of those buttons above BTN, otherwise it won't work. You've got to press the router button above where the Braille shows up.
Der Mann ist nett.
So it says tap what you hear. So I've got to tap the word der.
Der.
Then I'm going to tap the word Mann.
Mann.
Ist.
Ist. Nett.
Okay. Der Mann ist nett. It means the man is nice.
Die Frau ist klug.
I have to speak that sentence. Die Frau ist klug. Die Frau ist klug. It means the woman is smart.
Der Mann ist mein Vater.
Tap what you hear. I've got to tap in der Mann ist mein Vater.
Der Mann ist mein Vater.
So I've got to find those words. So der, hang on. Der, Mann, ist mein Vater.
Vater.
The man is my father. Translate this sentence. Okay. The woman, so that is die Frau, is equals ist. So die Frau ist meine Mutter. So I'm going to tap on these words. So die
Frau ist meine Mutter. Die Frau ist sehr groß.
Translate this sentence. Die Frau ist sehr groß. Okay, I'm going to tap that. Woman is very tall.
Die Frau ist meine Mutter.
Tap what you hear. Okay.
Die.
I've got a whole list of words that are mixed up and I have to tap the correct ones
Frau.
that I've heard.
Ist.
Otherwise I'll get it wrong.
Meine. Mutter.
Now the way I check this is I read, it says D with the BTN, so it's a button, so D, Frau, Frau ist meine Mutter. Then I've got a few other words which says der junge Mann, which aren't the correct words, so I've got die Frau ist meine Mutter. Now I'm going to let it speak.
Die Frau ist meine Mutter.
Die Frau ist meine Mutter. So I've got it correct. Now, I'm at 86% through the lesson, so I'm just going to finish the lesson and then I'll quit Duolingo and move on to the laptop to play some games on my laptop.
Der. Junge. Ist. Nett.
Okay, so I'm at a typing exercise, so hang on.
Speech Braille input 6 dot. Braille output 8 dot. Braille output. Translate
Okay.
the man is smart. Foot text field.
I have to now type.
Text field is
So,
editing. Word
I have to
mode.
type.
Insertion point at start.
Der Mann ist klug. So, ist klug, not klug. Oh, Jesus. Why do I keep mispronouncing stuff? Oh, This is why I can't do German properly. I'm crap with it. Der Mann ist klug. I said klug and it doesn't mean anything to Germans. You have to speak it right or they're like, what did you just say? Der Mann ist klug. Oh, klug. I hate trying to pronounce these words, even though it's a good language. I'm like really shitty with it. So I'm going to spell it D-E-R.
Der man ist great.
Okay. So that lesson's finished. How much percentage did I get?
Combo bonus XP earned 15.
Okay.
Perfect score 100%. Continue gems. This next maybe later 2%. Start quit no thank. Course tab shop leaves.
What am
Obsidian.
I at with the league?
Top 8 1 8 Michelle 1602 Emmett Sarah 1216 XP.
Oh crap, someone's going to take over. Oh shit.
2 1675 XP.
Oh god, someone's going to take over my spot. At least I'm in the top 5. I can make it to the next league. So, I'll get out of there.
App switcher Duo Amazon Duo close App switcher Amazon.
I'm
Parent,
going to go to
Home.
Duolingo again
Characters
later.
Word headings Speaking rate 65%.
Okay,
Heading words Amazon.
alright.
Braille input 8 dot. Braille input contracted. Messages. No clock 11:11 a.m.
Okay, it's 11 o'clock already.
Calendar
Wow.
Sunday settings 3 new items.
Oh my god.
Braille output 8 dot. Braille output books.
Okay.
Combank.
And I've got 101 books I could be reading, but I won't worry about that yet. So,
Speech empty card card mic trigger. Finish 45. Finish mic lock. Button.
I will be back. Actually, I'm going to stop the video at this point and I will come back to a new recording soon. Actually, because I need a bit of a break. I might do a bit of a read for a while, then I'll come back to my laptop, and then later on, actually no, I'll upload the video now to YouTube, I suppose. I'll do that now. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys very soon.
Finish recording. Button.